Now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins taken down at the 42. You look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners are going offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. We're scoreless after 1. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Purdy. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Jackson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 7. Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Down the left sideline. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Purdy looking to throw. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 21 yards away. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got some space. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 141 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
At the 11-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Purdy. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Jackson. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, 37 yards. And the Ravens get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Throwing here, Purdy. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Purdy now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
You. 13. 180.
They go play action with Jackson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, report.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 238 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
It's a loss of 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Ray McLeod to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 56, 49ers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Pushing his way through.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Purdy with one final shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, fans, you...
Can I talk my... Come on.